Hello everybody, they call me Muse, and I welcome you back to Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, where we are halfway through a big old long mission on Dreadvine Cove. We've got a lot of dudes left to kill, we've got a few more doors to unlock, we've got a conversation to eavesdrop on. There's a lot going on basically. Salady, Quentin, Afia, they're the crew that have been doing us a solid so far. Now, to Kindred. We're almost at the Dreadvine itself. And we've got 3 Custodes and a Prognostica.
Dedicated themselves to the dulling of your power. Tremble!
What if we take out a Custodes? Is that going to stagger the Prognostica? It might just stagger them but not actually finish them. That's something that we're going to find out right now. Or soon, at least.
Itching. Ha, I have just the thing.
So let's get Salady up this ladder. And let's see, is that a bush or is that... No, that's just a tree. Where are you looking?
All right, easy fix.
Where are you looking? Yeah, you are looking at that guy. Okay. That's probably fine.
It'll grow real fast. It's all in the roots.
Because we can do that
Watch me go.
and park ourselves over here. And now we need
My
a
sword
fear.
is razor sharp.
She should be able to make it up here without too much trouble. And then she can distract that guy. Because Kindred can be distracted as easily as
Let's
Acolytes.
stretch those roots.
And then... Yeah, let's kill that guy and pick him up.
Working on it.
And then let's
Up we
drop him
go.
in there. Good, we got away with that. Now, we could do with someone over this way though, couldn't we, really? If we want to take out that other Kindred. But I feel like this Acolyte needs to go first. So where can they view? They can't really view much. I could take down 2 at once at this end. But that Kindred is just looking that way. So, right, is there anywhere over here? No, there's nowhere over here where that guy can't see.
Fascinating.
Right, I've got a plan. It's a multi-part plan. It's complicated. Step 1 is we wait for this Acolyte to bugger off again. Okay, now, a fear distracts so that Salady can sneak across there.
Treatment's ready.
Good. Where's Quentin?
Anything shiny?
Yeah, you come up and you get into this bush that we've set up over here. Right, now Salady
Remedies
is going to distract this Acolyte
for the dead.
when they come back across. Let's queue it up, in
Leaves
fact.
the wind.
And then it should show us the angle he's going to go at. Lovely, lovely.
Incoming.
And then
What's in it for me?
distract that Kindred, please.
I'll be there soon.
And then
I'll trade you for your life.
we're going to get the kill off before... No. Timing was tricky. Okay. We need to wait for him to get closer. So, Salady,
This will
distract
stretch your legs.
that guy.
Incoming.
Okay, he's off. That was too close. We'll get this bit right and then we'll drop a quick save, I think. Right.
Power grows.
Now, get ready with that distraction.
Only.
And then we kind of want the attack to come just after the distraction. But if we queue it up now as well. And then we do it, say, now.
Couldn't see eye to eye.
Good.
Landed a heavy one.
And that worked out because we were behind the bush. And Quentin didn't get spotted because they can't see in there when we're crouched. Excellent. Salady
Standing around.
wants to place a
catching
bush.
light. Treatment's ready. Let's cover this.
What once was it?
and get in that bush. And then this bit is now
Coming right up.
fine because the bush is blocking the route. Good. That's made our way past. Now, I'm
Alright,
just hoping that no
easy
one over there
fix.
can really see.
Consider it done. See you around, friend.
Good, that's the kindred down.
Let's get you somewhere else.
Now, can we hide them both without any trouble?
This moment is ours.
Oh, no problem.
Should be alright.
I do like this so far.
Is that another prognosticator? It is. Cool. That's part 2 of the out of sight badge for hiding bobs. Now, you can see.
Oh, this is fascinating.
No one's watching you though. That should allow Athea to
My
pop
sword
across.
is a razor.
So now Athea's across, she can... Let's see, Prognostica doesn't see. Yeah, no one's got sight on that guy. So we should be able to just
Let's capture
blink
this
in and
moment
stab
in
him.
time, in case our plan fails.
You are reading my thoughts.
Don't let the flames.
Heavy. You horticultural fiend.
Cool. And then you are viewing that commissary. So maybe you need to get taken out sometime soon. So maybe we need to come back and work our way around. But then there's a Prognostica there. You're watching each other. Okay. But you've got bushes near you, whereas that guy hasn't. So we need the lady over there, I think. Do we work our way around this side? No. What are you doing? You're using Maiden Fire.
Can we keep that one for later?
Is that a problem? Doesn't look like it.
Up we go.
No,
One
is
day,
this
I'll find out how
acolyte
you
gonna
do it. This plan's growing
be
on me.
alerted to the fact that his mate's not there?
Too many weeds here.
There should be someone here.
Kinda.
Incoming.
Food,
I got
Not a
you.
problem. Cool. So we're working our way over this bit now. Then we've got a guy down there. So yeah, that's where we cleared out the other kindred earlier. How do we deal with this commissarius? Because we've got these two lads. Are they both going to come over if one of them sees a golden skull? And if they do, where are they going to go to? Because commissarius can see quite a distance, but not all the way. Where's
They
Quentin?
all seek my.
Now, you can see just over there.
I will draw them.
What?
Now, are you both going to join me? Yeah, you are.
Nobody's ready to fire.
Cool. That's both those guys down. One of them died in the bush, which means they're automatically hidden, which is just grand.
Caught a memory.
Now, the lady should be okay to just waltz over here.
The harbour is well protected. I advise against going inside the walls.
Well,
I gotcha.
no risk, no reward, eh?
There are no rewards inside.
Well, let's stay clear then.
There are no rewards inside the harbour. I mean, it looks cool. I'd like to unlock it, but we can listen to Marley. We are going to be revisiting this map later. We know that we've got at least one more mission on it. So, yeah, maybe we can listen to Marley. But now we can make our way around this bridge towards that acolyte and that commissarius. Now, does she just distract this
Nice
guy?
capture, Marley.
All right.
Easy fix.
Nice little stroll.
Yeah, he goes for a stroll,
Up we go.
and she takes out that
I must
commissarius.
resume my task.
This plan's growing on me.
Cool. Is that guy going to notice that anything's gone wrong? Does it matter if he does? He doesn't seem to notice. What an Egypt. Do we just rush him with the lady in a minute?
Ah, I have just the thing.
I think we do.
You never cease to amaze, Marley. Food for the vines. Oh, no problem.
Cool. So now we've got some bushes here that we can gradually move everyone
Any
into.
coin?
Okay, so Lady rushes the acolyte. Athea blinks into...
You threw your net
Yeah.
and captured a memory, Marley.
May as well cue it
Did
up now.
something, matey.
Lady rushes the acolyte. Fear blinks at the prognosticator. Prognosticator, is it? No, it's prognosticator. Good.
Got a good head in my chest.
And they do that now.
Your
And then
aim, your demise.
Quentin can deal with the prognosticator whilst it's busy.
Itself landed a heavy one.
Cool.
Lady, I gotcha. Treatment's ready.
And that should allow us to now
Memory imprint.
take out that. Although these two guys are
My
watching each other,
ears
aren't they?
are for the
So,
maiden's voice only.
yeah. So, lady, you come over here. None of those guys are watching this lad. So, who do we bring?
Never look back. I'll be there soon.
Let's bring Afia round.
Power.
And she should,
Keep.
he says, quick saving,
Glad you have
be
our
able to sneak
backs.
behind the prognosticator. Yep.
Incoming. Kill the body. Up we go.
Heave ho.
Excellent. Now, is taking out one of these guys going to take out them all?
Well, well.
Or is it just going to stun the prognosticator
Your
such
health is a-
that we need
I'll have to note that
to
down.
then finish it off?
Oh,
Easiest way to find
This'll be
out
fun
is to
to
give it a
see.
go.
straight to the point.
What ails your soul today?
Yeah, it's just stunned him, I think.
Welcome
Less
to the
to
other
work.
side.
Oh,
Well,
no problem.
Either way,
plan's
it might have knocked
going
him
in.
unconscious, but
I'll
how do you feel about that, Dreadvine?
It's a treasure.
What do we have here?
Are you cool with us freeing you? Do you care? I don't know if he cares. I don't even know if that was necessary for this mission.
memory
Possibly not. But we've missed that door still. We've still got the rooted tower over there. Do we go back and grab that now?
2 drops of moonshine.
Well,
Food for the vines.
Excellent.
Up we go.
Right, you
At
go in the
your
bush.
service.
Yep, scoop.
Let's
And
get
drop
you
in the bush.
somewhere else.
Now, this fort looks tricky, as you might imagine. But we can now work our way down here without too much trouble, one would hope. What are you looking at? You're looking around about, but
Straight to the. Don't heave ho.
that would allow us down here. Although this dev is looking in that direction.
Try this fruit.
So Lady can shorten his sight range.
A bush for hiding.
Oh,
It's all in the roots.
just a bush.
And then Afia
look
can
Later.
stroll over.
I
Yeah,
like
it doesn't
it
fully
already.
shorten his sight range. You can still see beyond it. I guess it's because it's on a bridge, and so it's a bit weird. Right, so that guy's going to turn around and go back. Does that give us enough time to kill this guy?
To the heart. I'll be there soon.
No, because there's another guy watching. Very well.
Back here, I see.
Although, can we jump across there anywhere? Not really. Okay, so maybe a fear there isn't terribly helpful.
Remedies.
Although, I'm an idiot. Yeah,
Don't sell me short.
yeah, Quentin, come back up here,
Finders
please.
keepers. Right.
I almost forgot about your signature ability. Yeah, come on over, friend.
A blade in the dark.
We've got time to finish stabbing you up before
No
anyone
second
notices. We
thoughts,
have.
eh?
Good.
Golden greetings.
Get your skull back,
Another
man.
kind of bait. It's a deal then.
Cool. So that's that guy taken out. Maybe we actually want Salady to move a
Standing
bush just to make
around,
sure that people's
Souls from
sight
the
range
air.
isn't affected.
Then wanting.
Can Quentin
Memory after memory.
lure this guy?
My head is loose. Diamonds,
To there,
rubies,
perhaps.
Emeralds.
Will you see that? You could do. Good. And then Fear can
There's no distance.
do a bit of that.
One less to worry about.
Many as you like. You wanna hide,
Yep.
yeah?
There's a bush there. It's always been
Watch
there.
me
Don't worry
go.
about it.
I must be imagining things.
Yeah.
Next page. I gotcha.
Another guy down. And then we've got a ladder. We've got a kindred. Yeah, these big forts, probably not worth worrying about too much. Now, is that going to attract this acolyte? Might take him a minute to notice it, but notice it he does. And over he comes.
This knife will be your end. Another kind of bait.
Someone is neglecting their task.
Yeah, get in the bush.
What's keeping you, eh?
And
We'll draw them.
yeah,
Forgotten your task?
can we lure over the other one now that they've
Hello? Are you here?
gone a bit sus? Nope, they're going back up there. Okay.
Come now.
Maybe we
Take
need to
your
wait for them
claws.
to
Chop,
relax.
chop, chop.
Okay, they've relaxed. They're back to their business. So they then return to their normal point before they consider doing anything like looking around and getting distracted by skulls. That's fine. Now, we could lure over this kindred in the same way. But I feel like taking everyone out around the kindred first is generally your best bet. Yeah, they do look over there.
I can't resist.
Cool. So yeah, this spot's a good spot. I like this spot.
Kind of bait.
Strange.
That's a big one.
Oh, someone spotted us. Okay, we've got our bait back.
My golden side.
Now, did you see it if it was over there though? Loving this fast forward feature. It's the best thing in the world.
Strange.
Yep, you do see it if it's there as well. Good. Because I think that's out of everyone's radius.
Sign your treaty to die. See, that's a big one.
Cool.
Will it yield coin? Ready to fire.
Another acolyte down. There we go. Now they're going to work their way down and around. Yeah, Golden Skull, almost as powerful at this point in my mind
No one cheats death but us.
As-
Ready to fire.
bush planting.
Landed a heavy one.
And that one can go
That's a
in the
big one.
water, perhaps? No? Okay, very well.
It will be dealt.
Doesn't need to. I feel like it's a real sign of the game's quality that I'm getting distracted by all of these little side puzzles that don't necessarily
They grow from the soul.
happen to be part of the general of the objectives.
Working on it.
I do not need to be over here as part of this mission.
Something.
And yet here we are. I'm over here and I'm doing all this. So you can come
Well,
up here. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's
And then you
unshackle
can
your
take out that one. So lady can take out that one.
Yeah, let me at him.
Food for the vines.
Oh, no problem.
Sweet. Ah, that's another landing spot. Okay, so we just definitely don't need to be around this spot at this point.
Treatment's ready.
We could have come in here. I guess none of these guys are devs. Even if they were, we can come back for them in the future. There's no need to try and go for the killing all the devs cheat
I
at this
am
point.
just the thing.
Yeah, it looks as though you can queue up multiple abilities actually. And then you can access them individually
Incoming.
by pressing the letters you've got corresponding to them.
Feisty like a tangled web, lady.
That's cool. Right, yeah. If I can get Quentin over there. So let's get Salady over
I
here.
can grow lots of things.
Because Salady is
oh,
always
I like
useful.
that.
Although
Standing
Salady.
around, catching light, coming right up.
Put a bush there.
Coming through.
Even the weeds conspire against us.
Is that in the path though? Of that commissariat? It is. So ideally we
many
want a
as you
bush
like.
just over there instead.
Even the weeds
Souls from
conspire
the
against
air.
us.
And then we want a fear
I like these
in this
odds.
general area as well. So here's the plan.
Thank you for the backup.
Distract that guy.
I like
Golden greeting.
What is that?
And yeah, Quentin gets in that bush. Now he should be able to sneak
If
over
there is
here.
value, it's mine.
Yes.
No. Right, let's try that again, but with more distractions
Grant
this
me a
time.
second.
Next step is
My
distract this
sword
guy
is
again,
razor time freeze.
My chest is off limits.
and then Quentin sneaks around there.
Rubies, emeralds.
Cool. Now, no one's really looking over here. Although this acolyte is kind of looking close to over there. I don't think anyone else, though, is seeing that spot, except for that one acolyte. Maybe we also bring over Aphia, in
Never
fact,
look back. I
because she can blink in there,
hold
and
it
then she
right.
can distract that guy, and just scuttle over.
Why did you
Now, Quentin
I'll remember.
treasure?
throws
Time
out
to get my head in the game.
a
Find
Gold skull.
Right.
What? And it's talking back.
At your
and then we can use Aphia to use her blink to take out this lad, because it will be quicker than trying to rush him.
My body saves.
Rid of you.
I like these. Welcome to the heave ho.
And then in the bush he goes.
Careful. The
I cast for treasure.
his rounds.
Let's reel them in.
And we get back our
Another
skull.
kind of bait.
Good. Now, from here,
Again and again.
can we also take out this acolyte? Is he just not going to notice? Because
Yes. I will
Yeah.
go there soon. I promise.
these commissars are a pain. But they can both be taken out. So yeah, it's just this guy.
I can have.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've got a plan. And it's as hot as my pants.
An offer.
Right, we're going to get Quentin over here. Maybe we're also going to get Aphia in that bush.
Let's
Fishing
get
for
moving.
another
So
memory.
afraid of you. You're not
Can you
evil.
sneak into that bush?
I'll be
You can.
there soon.
Good. We're going to need you in a bit. But we're also going to need Quentin to move a bit further.
My chest.
Careful.
So let's wait for that guy to get past.
His
Will it yield coin?
Okay. Now, you will be within range if we throw that.
promise.
Golden opportunity.
Well, now, the maiden's grace
What's in it for
is
me?
all I need.
And that should mean everyone is in range.
Through the below.
Bam! Door opened.
Your soul is free.
Lovely stuff. Sweet, so that's another door open. That was part of the
Time
plan.
is on our side.
Now that we've got those bottom two doors open, we just move up the map, I guess. We start working our way up
Snap my fingers.
over that way. So yeah, I guess freeing the Dreadvine hasn't really done much for us, which is a shame. I guess Pincus would have been good for this mission, because we could have just become a guard and waltzed in. But we didn't bring him
I have
along,
just the thing.
because we don't have him yet.
Guns ready.
Let's bring the crew into this bush. Oh wait, have we left behind our skull? Dagnammit. Right. Everyone stay here, except Quentin.
Interesting
Golden
choice.
green.
Come on, Quentin. We're going to go back and get
Only
your skull.
takes what's mine.
Excellent. We're back. Quentin's got his skull back.
This one is
All is well.
special.
Standing around, catching light.
Now, is anyone noticing this guy if
I'll
we just
trim their numbers.
shank him?
I gotcha. Watch me go.
No. Good. Yep. Come on over, friend.
Sign your another kind of bait.
Cool. So, we're not going in there, are we? We've been told not to by the Marley. We're saving that for a future mission, I guess.
At you.
Is anyone paying attention to these two? Yeah, they are. Curses.
I like
Okay,
these
so let's sneak
odds.
back into
Remedies
our
for
freshly
the
made
dead.
bush. Because, yeah, if
I'll
Quentin
hold on
distracts
to what is mine. It will be dealt with.
in such a
What?
fashion, then those two will move out of everyone else's sight range. And we get another
Always
double
move
kill.
forward.
What ails your soul today?
Just heave ho.
Cool. Another couple down, another couple of bodies out the way.
Finders keepers.
Get your skull back.
Ready to fire.
That guy is clearly going to notice us if we take out his friend. But what if
Only
Quentin
takes
comes over
what's
here,
mine.
and then as soon as you turn around to go back,
My head is loose.
Quentin throws that down. You come over to have a look.
Let's come
Quentin.
to an accord.
I was hoping we'd jump on his head, but he hasn't.
Another kind of bait.
heavy one. Well, now.
Yeah, we did that all wrong.
Got a good
Right,
head
now
in my
Quentin,
chest.
drop your skull.
An offer I can't
Well,
refuse.
now.
Let's see what's up.
And then when this guy comes over,
Blink. Well,
he gets blunk.
Now that's some space-time chicanery.
heavy.
And there he goes. Is this guy also going to notice the skull? He is. Good.
A sword through the heart.
So down he goes. Oh yeah, that's another Custodes. We want that. No, is that Acolyte within range? Not quite. But he could be. Does he come into range? He
From
does.
here to there.
But he came back out again. Shit.
I like these eyes. Heave ho.
So now what's he going to do? I guess we should learn this.
How fortunate.
Through the billows.
Who's your friend?
So...
Consider it
He doesn't seem that concerned. That's interesting.
Let's get you
I kind of thought they'd be
somewhere.
more concerned about the fact that their mates appear to be lying around like
Let's
that.
send them on their way.
But I guess not. Either way, that's another door open. Now we'll work our way across to our eavesdropping point. Then we'll rob our crates. And then we'll work our way across to the final point on Little Island and make our way out the level. Now, when they have their conversation,
Treasured memories.
his view cone shrinks, doesn't it? Because
An
he's...
offer
Well,
I can't
it doesn't shrink,
refuse.
but it
Trap.
focuses on the guy he's talking to.
It's made unhealthy.
What happens if we do just
Will it
throw our
yield
skull there?
coin?
What?
Then he notices it. That guy doesn't care.
You'll pay with your demise. Ready to fire.
What do I do?
Landed a heavy one.
The impertinence.
Good. We got rid.
Have you forgotten your sacred duty?
Now,
Report. Your task demands it.
Too many weeds here.
ah, dang. If I'd been quicker... Yeah, if I'd been quicker there, I could have killed that guy because he was out of everyone's sight range.
Standing around.
Is anyone going to notice
This one is special.
if we distract that guy over here?
What?
I think we've timed it wrong because he's going to come back. Yeah, he's coming back. Is that timing better?
I'm not another kind of
Okay, that didn't work because that guy's also watching.
Just stay patient.
And then she vanished. Just wasn't there anymore.
Oh, I can grow lots of
Maybe if we send that guy on a little
Made
walk.
unhelp me. I'm just going to stay put until I get more.
Who? Traxay?
Oh, shit.
I shall not move from this place.
Okay, he doesn't care about tracks. That's good.
Walking is good for you. I am
Careful
just a
negotiation. Nice little stroll.
Be caught
Yeah, you
wandering
come over
anymore.
here.
This knife will be your end.
Is that?
Okay, we got spotted. Badge complete. That badge complete notification getting in the way is kind of awkward.
Vanished.
Now if Salady distracts that guy.
My chest is off limits. That's a big one.
Let me return to my...
Finders keep another kind of bait.
Good. That works. Now is anyone stopping us from taking out this
Memory after
commissarius?
I do like this so far. Kill the body. Up, up we go.
Excellent. So we're making progress. That guy shouldn't be too much of a problem,
I
right?
like that.
They will
So,
get their fill.
no one should notice if we sneak in here, yeah? And now we can listen in on the conversation, much like we did with Salady on the ship for her crew tale.
Objective complete.
Is there any news of the Lucia Blanca?
None. They are inexcusably late. I will suggest their captain be demoted to your status.
At least the accursed vine is docile after we cut out the relic.
Have all 3 parts been secured?
Yes, Commissarius. Though we have only been supplied with 2 armoriums, we had to put the 3rd into a normal crate.
Oh dear.
Not ideal. But still within the boundaries of our doctrine.
Forgive me, Commissarius, but wouldn't it have been easier to leave the relic in one piece?
Our scripture is clear. Any potent piece of cursed flora
Yeah, that explains
is
it,
not
I
to
guess.
exceed a size larger than what is specified in Vindicta 7, verse
It wasn't just cut up for
28.
gameplay
If
purposes.
you have trouble remembering scripture, you will never make it to my rank acolyte.
A special request of the Inquisitor, eh? I wonder where the crates are.
I mean, that didn't tell
I
me.
already found them. They are marked in your log.
Oh. Okay, Marley's already found them, so why did we have to listen
I
to
have
that
just the
conversation?
thing. Let me see your soul.
Just gonna kill this guy
Next patient.
for the lols. Okay, so let's have a look at the log, shall we? Almarium on the beach, floating crate, and Almarium on the convoy. So, there's one there. There's one out there.
Doing business with the
And there's one
flames
up there.
dangerous.
So, start with floating crate, perhaps. Can we hook it?
Fishy, fishy. Will it
Maybe?
yield coin?
Okay, it doesn't look as though we can hook it, but we can just grab it.
What do we have?
A piece of wood, clearly part of a larger whole.
I'd wager we'll learn more once the rest are in our hands.
I see you've recovered the first piece of the relic.
How fair is your assessment of our escapades, O mighty Dreadvine?
Mildly amusing, though there is little I haven't seen before.
Curious. They say that no two souls are the same, and that every cursed's power is unique.
A gross oversimplification. If you live as long as I have, you begin to see the connections, catalog the different categories of soul.
And what category do I fall in?
The annoying kind. The one that should concern itself with finding the next relic instead of testing my patience.
Yep. We're working on it. Now, we're going to need to get rid of that guy, I think.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah, that guy's looking about, though, for
Measure,
footprints and whatnot.
calculate, rectify.
Hey,
So let's
try
bring
this fruit.
Salady over, perhaps.
Treat
Oh,
me-
no. Let's be patient. Let's wait for this guy to go back to his position.
Reveal
Steals
yourself.
the soul.
Or let's
6
just
grams of
bring
dust,
Salady over
2
quicker
drops
before he
of
notices.
moonshine.
Reveal yourself.
I mean, this would be a good time to take out the Commissarius,
I
perhaps.
Working on it.
I remember.
Working on it.
Prince.
My fate
My
is
hand shall
unmoved.
stay calm.
Oops.
for the right.
So yeah, these footprints are causing trouble.
Reveal
Onward.
Nope, wrong
No
character.
second thoughts,
stay there.
eh?
All right.
Yeah, let's just move you over there.
Remember. Aberrant footprint.
That prognosticator is not going
Stay
to
here
care.
as I have witnessed.
My eyes shall uncover the wretched.
Let's just wait for that guy to go back to position. Let's send
nice
this guy
walking is
for a
good for you.
walk. Whilst he's
Let's
going,
see what's out there. Now we're getting somewhere.
What track say?
okay, no, that's not going to work. We're going to have to take
This
out
one.
at least one lad over here, possibly two.
Real fast.
Right, what if we
Sword through the heart.
Aye.
blink over here and hide in here? Okay, potentially we can do something now.
Remedies for the dead.
Now, what happens if we
Oh, I
Do
like
that.
what you call.
Nice little stroll.
I like these odds.
Okay, someone else even further round notices us, so that's not the answer.
Oh, I like this one.
We've got to go all the way around to this guy first, then. Maybe. Oh, God, and there's all those guys on there as well. Now, you're looking over there. So if we throw a skull there,
Let's get
and then we
moving, eh?
distract this guy,
Coming right up.
he's going to go for a walk. And then he's going to come back. And on his way back, he's going to
Let me
see
return to my post.
the skull. Alright.
It'll only hurt a bit. I do like this so far. Kill the. Oh, no problem.
Okay, so that's that one out of the way. Good. Now, Prognosticator is not going to care about the skull. Yeah, the fact that they don't get distracted by footprints is handy. What if we do the same again? We throw down a skull,
Standing
the lady
around,
distracts
catching
this
light.
person,
I walk this way.
and they walk away. Then they come back, and when they come back, they're like,
Let me return to my
oh, a
post.
skull. I may have mistimed it, though, with the Prognosticator.
Is it time?
I know right where to cut.
Although, maybe not.
Huh. Up, up.
we go.
Good. Now, can we catch out
Oh, I can
this
grow lots.
commissar? Yes.
Hello?
Let me see your soul. One. Oh, no problem.
Cool. Excellent. So that's everyone around here dealt with. That prognosticar, though, is going to be tricky because they're probably in
You
view.
never cease to amaze,
Although-
Marley.
Yeah, they're in view of that guy most of the time. If not all the time.
Never look back.
It will be dealt with.
What if we bring Quentin over? And he
The rod reaches far.
Is it
Oops.
there?
and he gets spotted because I misclicked. Yeah, let's
They
bring
can't
Quentin over.
resist.
Throw a skull there.
It's a lady at the ready.
I mean, if we could bring Salady over as well,
Oh, I like that.
because
Is that?
yeah, she's a quick killer.
Too many weeds here. Huh. Up we go.
Cool. And then Quentin,
Cast for
can he
treasure.
hook back his skull without anyone noticing?
Ready
Yes.
to fire.
No, he's still going to take out that guy though.
Straight to the point.
I remember. Aberrant foot.
Blink.
I stay
Good.
here as
That
I
was
sleep.
incautious as all heck. But we blinked over here. What's our
A
range
crack
on
in the
distraction?
glass.
Pretty good.
I'll be there soon.
Face the his wrath.
Yeah, we just timed that awfully.
I'm holding it.
Blink over there and get in the bush. Good.
Well now.
Who wanders off their ordained
Let's unshackle your soul.
And do a bit of killing whilst we're over here.
Heavy.
Good. So now we should be able to take out that guy.
I know right where to cut.
Food for the body.
I gotcha.
Get in the bush. And maybe we've also just got time to
You never cease to amaze.
rob this crate.
Bring it.
No, we haven't. Now, we could take you out, I guess.
It'll only
Because
hurt a bit.
having is better than wanting.
we could do that.
It's a deal.
I wasn't planning on taking out the prognosticar, but we can.
Lady at the ready.
The second piece is yours. At least your escapades are mildly entertaining.
All
Here,
right,
Dreadvine.
easy fix.
A question, if I may.
What is it, little pilot?
You're helping Mordecai protect his treasure. Why would you do that?
Why should I answer you?
I'm just wondering. Mordecai went to an awful lot of trouble to hide his treasure, even from his own crew. I think you know why. You know the secret of his treasure.
Clever little pilot. But it will take more than that to make me break my pact with Mordecai. I made that pact because Mordecai had a most intriguing proposition. Now, run along and fetch the last piece of the relic.
I cast for treasure. Digging cursed soil. Do you have a diamonds, rubies, emeralds?
I stand ready.
Right, so I think we're able to take out a lad up here without too much trouble.
Crates to digging. My best piece, soil.
Right,
How much
dang
longer
it, there's
do you
both
think
of
this
them.
is going to take?
At this point, I've stopped caring. I'm just glad there's no
Maybe we
vine.
can take him out on the way back.
Sign your treaty to another kind of bait.
Nope. So yeah, those two guys overlap with one another then, I guess.
Get our pay.
But no one's watching that guy, really. Except for maybe that patroller. But how would we get to him? Let's go up there with
I
old
can
Mordecai.
smell gold already.
Mordecai? Quentin. Keeps him outside. Now, can he jump across there?
Diamonds,
can.
rubies, emeralds.
But that guy isn't actually going to
I'll
notice
trade you for your life.
if we take out this guy.
eye to eye. The line is sturdy. I'll take that.
Cool. So that's that guy taken out. And then can we jump down
It
there?
will be dealt with.
We can.
This knife will be your end.
And no one's going to notice us doing that.
Landed a heavy one. Treasure fishing.
Oh, but then he does notice when he comes back. Okay. Right, but the theory is sound.
Unleash.
Maybe instead we use Salady for that.
2 drops of moonshine.
I know, using Salady. What a
I have just
shocking
the pick.
prospect.
I have just the pick. One. Oh, no problem.
Cool. So that works. Then we drop down there.
Let the leaves cover up.
Drop a bush.
Souls from the air. Up we go.
And there we go. Right, so now you're the only one who's watching that
We can't
commissariat.
stay in this business. I've heard they're looking for gravekeepers at Angler's Grave.
But now
Oh, this'll
Quentin
be
can
fun
do
to
his
come back
thing.
to.
If there is value, another kind of bait.
There we go, another one down.
That's a big one.
You go over there.
Standing
So lady,
around,
you
catching
can
light,
pop a bush over there perhaps. And
coming
then
right up. Let me see
Yeah,
your
just-
soul.
do your thing.
I gotcha.
Cool. Now she may as well just come over here
A
and
bush
drop another
fight.
bush.
Oh, I like that.
Kill the next guy.
We never should have signed up for this.
She really is the
Doing
best.
business with the
I know right where to cut. Neck. Oh, no problem. Working
And
on
then we
it.
can grab that because the civilians don't mind.
There we have it. The third piece.
We got our relic.
Yes, I see it now. They are drawn to each other, as if...
Whoa, they snapped together.
Blimey.
Now it's a long, gnarly piece of wood.
It's a piece of the Dreadvine, and more. This was once part of my hull.
Huh.
Must we risk our lives cutting that cursed vine?
Yes, I remember. It was the first repair I ever received.
You had sustained damage in a battle with the Morning Star. I had granted you shelter as per our agreement, only to be repurposed as material for repairs.
It was unnecessary. The damage could have been avoided with my power. The captain held me back. He said any pirate worth their salt has a few scars to brag about.
Does this piece of wood hold any significance to the treasure?
None that I know of, Navigator. But it is no doubt the relic mentioned in the riddle. Carry it with you to the Tear. We must extract its energy and place it in the riddle hole.
Excellent.
Oh, I see.
The riddle hole. That sounds...
Yeah, let me at it.
Anything with hole in it just sounds a bit naughty. Now, where are we going if we want to find that last tear? There's Central Outpost. But there's Little Island. Little Island we haven't unlocked yet, have we? Do we need to unlock all of these? Or is this me just doing unnecessary work?
You are leaving, then? Very well. I shall return to pondering the soul
Can't stay.
and pestering my unwanted guests.
I have a final question, oh mighty Dreadvine.
Yes, annoying navigator.
When did Mordecai entrust this relic to you?
A few years ago. In fact, it was the last time he and I spoke. He came in secret, clearly working towards some grander scheme, as he always did. Soon after, a cluster of souls brought in news of his final death. When I remembered his last words to me, I realized he knew the Reaper was coming.
I do like this so far.
Ignatia ambushed us out of nowhere.
Perhaps you didn't know your captain as well as you think. He certainly kept his fair share of secrets from you.
Aye. And we'll untangle them one by one until the treasure is ours, eh, Marty?
Aye to that, Navigator.
So it's Ignatia that took out the captain. That makes sense.
Incoming.
I heard.
You didn't hear anything,
Body
friend.
up we go.
Except your doom.
Well, now.
All right. Easy
Oh,
fix.
did I forget to crouch?
Purge the undead.
Whoops.
Having
Well,
is
well.
better than wanting.
There's no distance.
Right, we're back. Things have gone
One less.
a little
You are
pear-shaped.
even,
I
then.
triggered the alarm again.
Very well. I shall
There we go, we got a badge.
wandering the soul
That's why we cleared
and
all of the
pestering my
Custodes out.
unwanted guests.
I have a final question, Almighty Dreadvine.
Yes,
Right, we've got no time for final
navigator.
questions. Let's roll.
When did Mordecai entrust this relic to you?
Nearly got through the mission without setting an alarm off, but I don't know if that's even necessary. So we've hidden 200 bodies with cover seeds. That's cool. And yeah, load a guard and then pick the head back up. That's cool. Kill 7 Custodes in one mission. Shows our landing. And using all tears. So we don't need to use Little Island again, but that's okay. And man, that was a big mission. If that's a medium, then some of the large missions that we see later on are going to be multi-video escapades, I'm sure. 64 times is the highest speed. Very well. Seems like the game's got a mix of big maps and little maps, because we've got smaller ones like New Crooksbury. So not every mission is going to take forever like this one did. And some of it was unnecessary. I totally didn't need to take out the people around the Dreadvine. Maybe that was good practice for another mission later on. Maybe the Black Pearl mission on this map is going to involve us taking out the people around the Dreadvine, so we've had practice at doing so. But we left a few people alive as well. But maybe as well I just don't need to clear all those tears on every map. I only need to clear one of them. In the interest of keeping these videos at less than marathon length, that's probably something that we'll look at in the future. As it stands, I've been talking for far too long. This video's gone on forever. So I may as well just say see you later right now, and thanks for watching, friends. We'll just have a quick look at the stats. 56 kills for Salady. MVP. Lovely stuff.